Good morning everyone, and it is good to see all of you again. So today is Monday, which is the first day of our new week, and it is also the first week of our new month as well, which is July, right? Sure, so I hope you enjoy your weekends, and now we will go back to our normal class. As you already know, every day we are going to study two subjects, right? So for the first sessions, you are going to study the blueprint book in this video. And in the second sessions, you are going to study speaking tutor. So the first session, which is about the blueprint lesson, I would like to inform you that now we already finished the lesson 1 of our unit 3. Now we move on to the lesson 2 of our unit 3. And I hope you remember the theme of our unit. We are learning about sport and fitness. And in this lesson, we still centralize on the same theme, which based on the sport. But the title is We Better Show Up Early. Okay? And here the apostrophe D here is used as a construction form of the word head. And you will learn this grammar structure in another videos. Okay, so in this video, what you are going to study? Sure, if you open your blueprint book to page 38, you can see a picture of the people who are very happy. And you will listen to those people. They are talking about what they have been doing. And in that conversations, you will learn some vocabulary, and you also encounter the language structure that you are about to learn in the next video. But for this video, what I would like all of you to study and to focus on is the vocabulary. As you can see on the whiteboard, there are 5 vocabularies that you need to understand before we move on to a more detailed point in the lesson. So without any further ado, I would like to inform you that you need to listen to a conversation first. And when you listen to that conversations, there are 2 things that you need to do. The first one, which is a very important one, is to pay attention to these 5 words. How the people in the conversations pronounce the word and how they use it in the sentence. And the second one, when you listen to the conversations, you need to pay attention to what are those people talking about. Okay? Now, without any further ado, let's listen to your conversations.
Track 18.
Hey, Ben. You weren't in class yesterday. Were you sick?
No, I'm fine. I went to cheer for my brother Ethan's college basketball team. It was such an excellent game.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
They were behind by 1 point, and there were 5 seconds left. Then Ethan got the ball and scored. It was incredible.
Wow. So I guess your brother's a good player.
The best on the team, and it's a good team. I highly recommend you go and watch sometime. In fact, I'm going to their game on Wednesday if you're free.
I am. What time?
It starts at 7 p.m., but we'd better show up early to get good seats. Can you meet me here at 6:15?
Okay, very good. So that's it for the conversation. Now let's test how you get the detailed information from your listening. In the listenings, as you already know, you will encounter these 5 vocabularies. Some of these vocabulary are very easy for you, and some vocabulary are news to all of you. However, these vocabulary, they centralize on the theme of our lesson, which is about sport and fitness. So the context or the meaning of this vocabulary mostly related to the sport events. Now let's look at the vocabulary number 1, which is show up. And this is a phrasal verb. We have the verb plus preposition, show up, which is the phrasal verb. So the meaning of the word show up. The word show, which means you can see it, up, which means about. So when we combine these two words together, it has another meaning. So show up means you arrive on the place on time. Let's say I have been waiting for someone like 2 hours, and finally he shows up. So show up, the meaning here is to arrive at a place, which is letter B. Number 2, left. If you look just a quick glance at the word, you might say it is the past tense of the word leave, right? But in this situation, it functions as an adjective. It functions as an adjective, so it has a different meaning from the word left, which functions as verb. So the meaning of the word left in the adjective, it used to talk about here we can talk about time, we can talk about thing. So when you say something is left, or we have 5 minutes left refer to remainings or not used. Okay, so this is number 2. Let's say in a football game, you have 5 minutes left in order to score to win the game. So left, which means remainings or not being used. Number 3, score. So score in the context of your classroom, which means your point. When you do the exercise correctly, you get the score. But in the sport context, score functions as a verb, which means you earn the point. So in the football, when you score the point, which means you kick the ball into the goal. And this one, okay, number 3, which is letter D, to get point in a game. And the last word, which is behind, and it functions as an adjective. And if we look at the meaning as the place prepositions of place, maybe something at the back, okay? When you say someone is standing behind you, which means at the back of you. But in the sport context, we are talking about the benefit or the score. When you say one team is behind another team, which means they are having fewer points than other team. That means they are behind. So this is number 5. But how about number 4? Okay, I save this for the last point. Number 4, cheer for. As you listen to the conversations, the boy was absent from school because he cheered for his brother. So cheer for, which means actually it's not extremely good. Okay, this is the wrong definitions that I intentionally provide to you. And if you say cheer for something, which means you support. You support somebody. Okay. When you watch a football match and when one player who earned the score for the team, what happens to the crowd, to the people watching in the stadium? They cheer, okay? So they cheer for those players who can earn the score for the team. Okay? You get it? Good. So all of these are the words that you can see and you can hear in your listenings, and I hope you can understand it better in the context of sport events. So everyone, that's it for the video lessons today. But before we move on to the second sessions, I would like to ask you one question. So are you punctual, everyone? Are you punctual? So the word punctual, which means on time. So are you a punctual person or not? For example, let's say when your friends want to meet you and he told you that he wants to meet you at 1 o'clock. And if you are punctual, you go there and meet him at 1 o'clock, which means you are on time. You respect the time. You show up on the arranged time. But if you are not, maybe you show up half an hour later. Is it good to be punctual, everyone? Yes, sure. Being punctual is very good. So make sure you show up at the time arranged for all of you. So as you already know, our online class, we start every day at 7:30. So be punctual to start your online learning. Now, everyone, it's time to end the first video session, and I hope to see you again in the second one, and we are going to study Speaking Tutor book. Now, let's say goodbye and see you again in the second video.